my channel and welcome back to another makeup tutorial. This is the look we're doing today and I'm so freaking crazy about it. I love this look. I used the Perception palette from Colourpop and SHAYLA, their collaboration, and I love how it turned out so much. So if you want to see how I got this look, just keep watching. Let's start by priming our lids. I'm going to be using my Sigma Beauty Persuade eyeliner. Well, it's not an eyeliner, it's an eye primer in a pencil form. So I just drag this all over the lid and then blend that in with my finger. Next, bouncing into the Perception palette, I'm so excited to actually use this in a look. As you guys know, I only did my, live swatches of the palette. If you missed that video, I will link it down below. I tried every eyeshadow on my eye so you can see how it truly looks. I'm going to jump into this light creamy shade up here. This one is called Unbothered. And I'm just going to blend that all over the lid from the brow bone down onto the entire eyelid. If anything, I'd want the most to be right at the highlight point of our brow bone, like this. Next, let's pop into the shade Culture. Popping that in our transition shade just like this. How are you guys? Tell me everything. What's the 411? What's the latest gossip? I love that mom on Mean Girls. She is too funny to me. So you guys, I want to talk to you about something. I so badly want to start my second channel. And I keep getting asked, like, when's it going to go up? When are you going to start it? But I just keep talking myself out of it. Not that this should matter, but I feel like no one will watch. So if you don't know what I want to do, I really want to start a second channel of just topics, just conversations about different things in the media, different things on the news, but also as like a weekly TV show recap where we talk about all the crazy shit that went down on our favorite reality shows like Teen Mom, Real Housewives, you know, everything. And I want nothing more than to talk to you guys about it every single time there's a crazy episode of something. But I feel like I can't do it here because we're focusing on makeup and I just feel like I have nowhere to talk about these things. So let me know if you would watch it or if you honestly wouldn't. I appreciate your feedback either way. I want to know if I should start it or not. Next, I'm going to pop into the color Shade. This last one down here, kind of like a burgundy. And I'm going to start blending this into the outer half of the lid. We're going to get quite smoky and quite deep on this look, you guys. So if it's not your thing, I highly recommend you check out the tutorial I uploaded a few days ago. It was very, very natural. Like, I think I used maybe 1 to 2 eyeshadows, which is super rare for me. And I didn't have lashes. It was just a mascara tutorial. I didn't even use liquid liner. It was super not that girl SHAE, but I loved the look and you guys loved it too. So if you missed that, I highly recommend you check it out. I also want to bring it slightly on the inside as well. Just right through that crease, really. So now let's get a little bit funky, a little bit freaky. Do your freaky dance. Let your freak flag fly, you know, fam. Let's spritz our brush. I'm just going to take my little e.l.f. workout spray here. That's what I have on hand, and a flat shader brush. This is the E55 brush from Sigma. I think I'm going to first do my middle lid shade. Okay, so let's go into shade 14. This blue has been calling my name ever since I freaking swatched this palette. So I want this to be my middle lid shade here. So popping that right in the center. Then we're going to go into the shade Stallion, this super deep navy with a little sparkle in it. And I want to layer this on the outer half. Just marry that into the brighter blue. And now just popping it to the other side. Smoky, smoky. Okay, now I want to add a little bit of like a rose gold shade. So let's take another shadow brush, get that wet as well. And I actually want to go into Spill the Tea. And I'm going to add Spill the Tea to the inside of the eye. Just layer it on top of that blue, just like so. Hallelujah! I'm going to go into the shade, literally shade, the shadow we were already using, but I'm taking my favorite little brush for hooded lids. This is the E36 brush. It is the best teensy little tiny blender if you have really hooded lids, if you know what I'm saying. Sometimes these other ones can be a little bit too big when you have hooded lids and it brings the product a little too close to your brow bone. So this just gives you really nice control on where the product goes. And I just want to run that above all those colors. It's going to buff them in, but it's also just going to give us a little dimension there. It's going to kind of marry everything together. So just right on the top. So at this point, I actually think I want to jump to the face and then we will finish up the eyes. So I've already prepped my skin. I have some of my DERMA Argan oil that I've been loving all over the face. It makes me so glowy and supple and just like My skin loves it. I can tell my skin really loves it. And then I already had some IT Cosmetics CC on. I had both of these on for the past few hours, just like doing errands and stuff. So now I'm just gonna leave that. Let's move on to foundation. So I haven't used this in a while. This is the Too Faced Peach Perfect Foundation in the shade Vanilla. I'm gonna use that today. And I'm kicking it old school with my F80 Flat Kabuki brush from Sigma. My first ever original foundation brush, love. I'm gonna go ahead and blend that in. Doesn't this smell so deliciously peachy? Do you guys use this foundation, or what foundation are you currently using? I would love to know. Exciting news! I think Alok and I found our wedding venue. We found a location that I love because it's this beautiful outdoor patio, and though it is in Center City, Philadelphia, it's surrounded by greenery. It's like in a garden. It's in like a glass shed. It's really interesting. It's just beautiful, and I love that it's so green, and I love that it's in a 100% clear shed because if it rains, no matter what, it's gonna be perfect in there, but you can still see the green, which is what I wanted. I feel like we've been waiting to get married for so many years now. It'll be so nice to just do it. Now from here, let's conceal. I'm going to be taking my Makeup Revolution concealer in the shade C7. I've been loving this. I totally do believe, I've seen, you know, a lot of people say this, it really does seem like a Tarte Shape Tape dupe. From the wand to the consistency, but I might argue that it's a little bit better than Shape Tape because of the shade range. It's much, much better. And now I'm gonna blend that out just with my same foundation brush because I'm a little too lazy to go wet my sponge right now. Isn't that the worst when you sit down to do your makeup and you realize you didn't wet your sponge? I hate that. I hate it. And then, of course, we need to bake that, so I'm taking my Laura Mercier translucent powder. Oh, it's basically empty. Never mind. I'm going to take the Too Faced Peach Powder. This is the Sigma F89 brush. It is awesome for baking. Just fits right up in there, right along the side of your eye. And I like the center of the forehead because I crease there. So I try to prevent that by just locking it in. You guys know what to do. Then I take the leftover translucent powder and just stipple that all over the face. All right, I'm back. Let's dust off the under eye with my tapered highlighter brush here from Sigma. And just so you guys know, I know a lot of you know, but I always list what brushes I use in order in the bottom box down below in case you're curious. They are affiliate links, and I do have an affiliate code with Sigma. If you did not know that, I do want you to be aware of that. I never want you to buy anything without knowing that it is an affiliate link. So do know that, even though I do mark it down there too. I'm going to take my Urban Decay Naked Skin Shapeshifter palette for contouring. I first want to do some contouring on my nose, so I'm going to take this brush here. This is the P84 brush. And I just want to lightly shade on the sides of my nose. That looks like a lot. We will buff that out, I promise you. Bring it up all the way into the eye socket and down. Then I flip the brush. I don't need to grab any more product. Like, one little tap is more than enough for your nose contour. With my F23 brush, I'm going to take that same shade and let's add some dimension up in these cheeks. So right in that socket, blending in some color. Oh, I love, love, love this brush. Really takes the work out of contouring or bronzing. And then of course it's time for my favorite part, adding some bronzer to the forehead. Do I even need to say it anymore? You guys know this is my holy grail forehead area. Love it so much. Little Rich Lux reference there if you do. I don't love to watch drama videos, but there's a few I just watch because I love the people so, so much. I adore Rich Lux, and you guys already know I absolutely adore, love Peter Montt to death. I don't even consider them drama. I feel like they just really kind of give their point of view on different YouTuber topics, but they do it in such a comedic way that I just love it. You can tell they're not coming from like a nasty part, you know, they don't have some evil in them. Not that to say that any of them are evil, though I do think there's one that's particularly evil, but I think they're just very funny, nice people. I really do. I'm going to jump on over to the eyes now. I'm going to take this Urban Decay eyeliner in the shade Abyss. It looks kind of like a sparkly blue. And I'm going to take that right on the waterline. I think it'll just tie in with the eye really nicely and a little bit brighter than our typical black lash line. And then with a little pencil brush, I just want to blend that out, make sure it's nice and smooth and not really harsh and, you know, where you can obviously see the line. Popping back into our palette, I think I want to add a bit of Played Out on the lower lash line. I know we're getting real smoky, you guys. I'm sorry. Since I did such a natural look this week, I like had to balance my inner makeup lover out with my one true love, which is smoky eyes. So bear with me. I hope you don't mind. So I'm just adding that to the outer half and blending it about halfway in. And then on the inner half, I'm actually going to take some of this blue, almost right in the center lid there, working towards the inside. And then lastly, on the very, very, very inner part, I want to take our highlight shade that we already used and place that like on the inner little tear duct portion right there on the inside. Do a few coats of this, and then we're going to pop on the falsies. So I'm just going to go ahead and skip over this part because, I mean, it's boring. Let's be honest. You guys know what mascara is like. So let's move on to the falsies. For lashes, I'm going to take this pair by Violet VOSS. This is in the style, or these are in the style Strip Tease. Ooh, girl, those look fiery. I've been looking for lash glue for literally 20 minutes. Like, this slowed me down so much. Okay, so I got my lash. Oh crap, I need tweezers. Blech. Life just never gets easier, does it? I know I just had tweezers too because I just pulled out a gray hair. Everyone always asks me what my hair color is, and I'm so flattered because it's been over a year. Oh, there they are. Since I last colored my hair. So this is literally all my natural hair color. So I'm really flattered when people ask what my hair color is. But because of that, I have a few grays that come in. I'm luckily not graying too bad just yet, but every once in a while I'll find a little bugger and I'll just tweeze it. I know you're not supposed to. Everybody says, don't tweeze your gray hair or 3 more will come back. And I'm like, first of all, just know that that's a myth. More gray hair does not come just because you plucked one. That's not how it works. And now that I have my extensions out, I don't spend any money on hair. All right, here goes nothing. Ooh, I like those lashes a lot. All right, we're almost done, you guys, finally. I feel like this video has been a really long one, so I'm sorry if it has. I'm going to take my Urban Decay Afterglow Sin palette, or Sin Afterglow Blush and Highlighter palette. I love this packaging, by the way. Isn't it so pretty? I'm actually going to take a bit of this corally shade here. This is called Score, this blush, and add that on the cheeks towards the back, just right there. These are very pigmented. They're beautiful. This will tie in nicely with the little bit of warmth we have on the eye. And then for highlighter, I'm actually going to go in the Colourpop In-NUDE-ENDO palettes. And I'm going to take the lightest one. Yes, I'm going to take Glad You Came, this vanilla shade here. Get that with my F03 High Cheekbone Highlighter brush. And just lay that in this little cheek socket, if you will, on your cheekbone. God, it's hot. I'm trying to be careful with my words because I was so miserable this winter. It was so cold and snowy for so long. And now today it's like 80 degrees and I'm like, nope, get out of here. Go away. Like, it is way too hot. I'm just never happy, I guess is what it comes down to. I just feel like we got cheated from spring. You know what I mean? Like, it went from being blistering cold, snowstorms, to now we're in the 80s. And I personally feel like we didn't get that soft, just delicious, yummy, comfortable springtime. And of course, let's get that tip of the nose. And I like just a little above the brows. I'm sweating, so it's grabbing a little bit more than I wanted to. And I like just a fraction on the chinny chin chin. I'm gonna set all of that with my HANGOVErx spray by Too Faced. And then on the lips, I want to use 2 Huda Beauty lip colors. So I'm first going to take the shade Bombshell, and then I'm going to layer Bikini Babe on top of it, which is a little bit lighter. So first taking Bombshell, and these are liquid lipsticks. I love this color Bombshell. And then on top of that, layering in Bikini Babe, just in the center. And that is it for this makeup look, you guys. Let me know what you think. I love this so much. I think this is such a fun way to break up a really smoky eye by using the blue and the kind of rose goldy color. It makes it fun and not so deep, dark, depressing. It's super glam, but like fun. I am in love with the Perception palette by SHAYLA and Colourpop Cosmetics. I hope if anything I inspired you guys on a way to use the shadows if you were interested in it or if you've already ordered it. Again, it's a beautiful palette. There's everything you could want is in there. You got neutrals, warm tones, cool tones, matte finishes, shimmery finishes. It's a beautiful palette and I love this look so much. So thank you guys for watching today. For a list of products and makeup brushes used in this video, check out my bottom box down below. Don't forget to let me know what you think of this look and stay tuned for my next video. I love you guys. Thank you for watching and I will talk to you again very soon. Bye!